So
just do
I've started the
numbers.
recording. I'm really not a fan of when people are like, "Welcome to the first episode." That's fucking dog shit. So we're gonna jump right into it. Do you hold your dick all the way when you pee, or how many fingers do you use?
Ah,
No.
Actually, this is a bit
no.
too personal. Personal.
Personable.
Do you pee sitting up or standing?
Sharding.
Sitting up or
Shit.
sitting up? What the
Sitting up or
fuck?
standing? What the
Do
fuck does that
you
even mean?
do you pee sitting down or standing?
Oh, it depends. So, like, if it's in the night, yes, I'm gonna piss sitting down. But if it's just like normally throughout the day, like I'm at school or something, I piss like standing up. You
Fair.
know what I mean?
I tend to pee while sitting down, um, because I don't like getting pee pee dribbles in my underwear.
That's.
Uh.
What about you, Trent? Yeah.
No, I stand up.
That's such some femboy shit right there.
No, it
I
isn't.
bet you.
It just
I
isn't
bet you
though.
fucking stick your dick in your legs and then pee out your butt. Like what? You pee backwards.
Yeah, dude. Backwards. That shit goes hard. I ain't gonna lie.
How do you piss while hard? You
I am
freak.
so fucking uncomfortable right now.
Yeah, me
How do you
too.
piss well hard? You gotta
This
figure
was
it
your
out,
question,
man.
Alex. What the
You know,
hell?
that's my question, but like you made it weird when you asked Trent. Yeah, that's some femboy shit right there. You probably like to pissing. You probably like to put your dick in between your
At
thighs.
least, at
Like
least,
that's weird.
at least he didn't turn it into a shit thing. He tends
Yeah,
to do
that's
that.
fair.
Can we agree on that?
Yeah, he does do that a lot.
Okay. What a great
Shut the fuck
what a
up.
great opener. All right.
This-
So last night I had some crazy dream. Like it was fucking nuts. I woke up. I for context, I'm extremely sick, and this is quite literally a fever dream. I was running a fever of like 101 or something like that, and
Damn.
I literally started writing a short story. It's called Vantage, right? And basically, the scene that replays in my head, right, is the whole thing has to do with like a simulation, right? I don't know what the fuck I was on, but basically the character, he like killed a shit ton of people um because he was supposed to be like testing a simulation. He thought he was in a simulation, and so he just went out killing people, but it turns out it was real, right? And he somehow ends up in this super big like skyscraper building that the simulation is housed in. And then for some fucking reason there's an explosion, right? And he gets blown out the side of this fucking building, and there's like a glass shards. I imagined there was like glass shards, and it's like twinkling almost. You know how like when you shoot like a piece of glass, it turns into like dust and it's like all shiny
Yeah,
and shit.
I know what you're talking about.
I imagine that, but he's falling down in slow motion, and there's like other people around him, and he's like, "Damn, there's Bertha. That sucks that she had to die." Because obviously the explosion was his fault because he's the main character. Um, but then he's like running through his brain. He's like, "Damn, I should not have killed all those people," and he's like recalling all of his kills. And I'm not sure why I call it Vantage. I guess I associated like him being on the top floor and killing people as his vantage point. But like, dude, that was fucking crazy. I wish I could like go in and like take a camera into my dreams sometimes, because like I they're either like dumb as shit, like they're really stupid, or they're like cinematic as fuck. And I really, especially for my background and the career I'm going into, like I really wish that I could take a fucking any kind of camera, even like a laptop camera, just to like mark some of this shit down, like almost like log it, because I feel like when I wake up, I already have forgot most of it, and then what I do remember is deteriorating in my brain.
How do you
Honestly,
have
it
such
sounds like
complex like?
I told you I'm fucking good at this.
your dream was directed by Michael Bay.
Dude, for real.
Who the fuck is Michael Bay?
He's
Bro,
the
are
he's
you
the guy
actually?
who makes big explosions in every movie ever. He did like Transformers with Shia LaBeouf. He's done any movie. He did G.I. Joe, right?
Is it like GI Joe is so old though? Is he old? Is
They
Michael Bay
made a G.I.
old?
Joe movie like a year ago.
No way. They made a
Yeah,
job
I
about
swear.
they made a movie about G.I. Joe.
They've made hella
They made a
G.I. Joe
joke.
movies, and I'm pretty sure they were all directed by Michael Bay.
No way.
They weren't terrible, but they just didn't pique my interest because when I was a kid, some of my favorite toys were GI Joe toys, and like I would watch the cartoons or whatever, and it just didn't feel right, because like you have all like Snake Eyes and what was it Storm Shadow, the ninja guys. Those were the fucking coolest people ever when I was a kid. And then they were cool in the live action, but they just weren't the same. They have like almost like anime movement.
I still don't know who the fuck Michael Bay is.
Oh my god. Here, Sean, do you
Yeah.
know any other Michael Bay movies?
Like,
There's
Didn't he
gotta be
make a
something.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie?
Oh fuck yeah, that was so good. I'm also a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan.
I like the old ones and the
oh,
Michael
like
Bay.
the one with where they're like realistic.
Yeah, there's been
Yeah.
how many of those have there been?
Dude,
There's
that
only
was
been like
so
two, right?
good.
There's the new
There's
ones,
like
right?
two.
There's the new real ones, and then there's the old ones. This is a rabbit hole that I'd like to get into. Um, so you have the new ones that came out. What was it in like 2014, and then didn't they make another one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't remember which one it was though.
he directed the first one. I don't know if he directed the second one. I'm looking it up on my phone. I'm not seeing it.
That
But yeah,
is
Mm.
he's directed. Let's see which ones Alex would know. Um, Bumblebee, Pain and Gain, like every Transformers.
yeah. I know what
Forever
transform.
Purge, um, Purge, Election Year, Armageddon. That one's a good one with Bruce Willis. Is that the one where he goes, "I feel like a meat popsicle"?
Maybe.
Nightmare on Elm Street from 2010.
Oh, that one.
Purge. Yeah, a bunch of the Amityville Horror. Oh, that cannot be him. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a bunch of big movies. Going back to the Ninja Turtles, like there was was it one or two that came out in like the 2010s?
I
Not sure.
I want to say it was I want to say there was two, but that almost doesn't feel correct. I'm pretty sure there was two. But before that, in like the 90s, late 90s was it? They had another live action, and that will forever be like top 5 movie franchises for me. Because this is like core memory shit. Like, I would go to my grandma's house. Okay, and Alex is muted. That's okay, I'll continue. I would go to my grandma's house, and she had VHS, and she still has hella VHS. And I'll go whenever I go to my grandma's house. Well, she's in Pennsylvania right now. She's moving back in a few years. Um, but it's just so fucking fun to go and watch VHS, and just the quality and the sounds. It's just beautiful. And I would go over there and I'd watch Ninja Turtles, and it was kind of a big deal for me because my mom was like, "That is way too violent. You should not be watching that." Like they wouldn't let me watch Power
Ninja
Rangers.
Turtles.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me watch anything with violence, and
That's
so I'd go to my
interesting.
grandma's house and I'd watch the Ninja Turtles from the 90s, like the live action ones. They're so
Yeah.
good. Like a lot of people nowadays would look at the props and be like, "That looks fucking stupid. It's freaky." But this is so good, and it was so corny, and it was so good, and I loved it. And there was 3 of them, I think. There was one that was just like regular Ninja Turtle shit. And then there's another one, I can't remember, but there was one where they go back in time to like ancient China. And it was crazy. They have like this torch lamp thing, and they go back to ancient China, which they were all fucking crazy. But then after those were, you know, put out and released, they made a live, yeah, it was 1990. They made a live action TV show which featured a 5th Ninja Turtle that was a girl.
Oh, the girl.
She was a girl,
Yeah.
yep. She was a light blue mask, and she had like fucking magic. And she was
I
so fucking dope. Usually when they're like, "Oh, they're going to add another Ninja Turtle and it's a woman?" Girl. No, it was like, dude, hell yeah. I love women, bro. Like, women power, girl power. Like, fuck it, fuck them up, sis. Like, oh my gosh, it was so cool.
I just could never get it. Like I could just never, quote unquote, get into it because I'm only used to like the main four, right?
So you're misogynistic.
That's just not true.
That's what you're saying to me.
No, that's just not true.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of change.
Yeah, no,
That's all I have
I
to say.
definitely can see where you're coming from, but like I think it was really fucking sick, and the voices were really well done. Um, what is Donatello? Corey Feldman. He was in the Goonies, and I think he was in the Burbs. He was in Gremlins. Yeah, he was in the Burbs. That's one of my favorite movies. But he does such a good voice, and they're all like perfectly executed. Like it's such a good show and such great movies, and I'm very happy that they were made. But yeah, it was like crazy, like peak 90s like movie making, you know? It's like
Yeah.
they have the music, they have the shots, they have the wardrobe, they have like all of the extra shit, it really was one of the building blocks of my childhood.
Yeah.
What is your favorite, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like show?
Ooh, that's
Like
like
Can
what
I say
iteration?
something?
yeah,
Can I
yeah,
say
go ahead.
something about like TMNT? I
Yeah.
have the Michael Bay ones that I've seen. I the only time I watched them, it's was with a friend. Uh, that was a really long time ago. I used to play baseball with him,
Nice.
and we always like, well, not always, but we'd every time, anytime we could, we'd hang out, and shit got goofy sometimes,
Oh, I see.
and just also kind of like with your parents, they didn't really like us watching Michael Bay or like specifically the TMNT shit,
Yeah,
but we did it anyway because we don't give a shit.
that's fun.
And
There's always like a feeling of rebelliousness, almost like I don't obviously my life has derailed a little bit since moving out, but I never really enjoyed like going against rules. But there's a little fun
yeah,
in it, you know, there's a little thrill.
exactly. The only thing I can remember was when they were in the fucking subway. That's about it.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Are you
I
talking about the sewers?
No,
yeah,
it
they
was a
lived in
subway
like some
station.
old abandoned subway.
No, they lived in the sewers.
Yeah,
And
the
the
sewers led
sewers,
into the
but
old
they were,
abandoned subway station.
Okay.
yeah.
It's similar to Batman. Actually, that fucking reminds me.
Batman.
I just saw a clip today of Batman Ninja Turtles crossover. That was
No
a few days
That's
ago.
way.
just.
It was actually good. It
No.
was actually good. Trust.
Oh wait, I think I kind of remember that.
He Don, Michelangelo was one of the only people um that ever made Batman smile.
Mm.
Fun
Yeah,
fact.
it's called. Wait, are you talking about the one called Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a
Yeah, I was
clip. It was like
listening.
Michelangelo, press any buttons you want. He's like, really? And he fucking. And then Batman was like, well done or some shit like that. Yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
is.
Favorite Ninja Turtles. I want to say there was besides the live action one, there was at one point they were doing Ninja Turtles Happy Meals, and I had
I remember those.
there was one where you'd squeeze the it was the oh I feel so shitty. The purple one. He's
Donatello.
Donatello. Yeah, you'd squeeze his leg and he'd spin his bow staff. Um,
Oh.
and then they had one where you'd press a button and the shell would open up and there'd be like a car that fell out of the back.
Yeah.
I like the one. I had a bunch of those. I think I had most of
Mm.
them. Yeah. So there's
I had like
McDonald's
two
one.
of them.
He had where the hell is it? From 2007. Jesus Christ.
Dude, I was like one.
There was maybe it was the Burger King one that you squeeze it. Oh no, they were all part of the same set. Yeah.
I'm gonna go get something to eat real quick.
All right, make it good.
I
I
gotta
don't want to do much
say,
editing.
Yeah, that's fair.
are we stopping the recording?
No.
Okay, cool. I just gotta say, my favorite like Ninja Turtle show easily has to be the 2012. Easily.
Yeah, that
It's
one's
so
solid.
fucking good.
That's very solid.
It's so good.
I don't know. I haven't followed much up about the new ones. Obviously, I
Yeah,
don't know that the
the-
new ones are as good as the old ones. However, it's really gonna be hard to fuck it up as long
Yeah.
as you stay the cores. Like, say what you want. Like old Ninja Turtle, like really old Ninja Turtles can be fucking crazy, but as long as you have uh, like their personalities stay the same,
Yeah.
I
Because
I
that's
wouldn't
what makes
mind.
it memorable.
Yeah. Another show we were talking about a little bit, Scooby Doo. They just made Vilma black and gay. I
Which isn't a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. I don't inherently care. I'm not like, say what you will about me. I don't really. I'm like, that's not really the Velma I grew up with, but Velma was always my least favorite character, so I honestly don't give a fuck.
Why? Why?
She sucked.
No, she did not.
You're just saying that because you have a crush on her.
Got a sandwich.
Yeah, okay, man. I actually had a
What?
crush on Shaggy when I was younger.
I had a crush on Daphne.
Daphne? No
Daphne,
way.
bro. Scooby Doo, what you talking
Yeah,
about?
we've shifted to Scooby Doo.
Okay, I was joking when I said that I had a crush on Shaggy, but Shaggy was my favorite character. Like he was
Shaggy's
easily the
fucking
best.
Shaggy.
Flex said
I
I remind him of Shaggy. Which
I can do it.
I want to be like
I can do a
Shaggy.
damn good Scooby Doo
I know
fucking
you can.
laugh.
Jesus Christ, that's spot on.
It's more because my voice is a lot deeper because I'm sick, but it's still pretty good.
No, that was actually spot on.
Yeah,
That gave me
was spot
goosebumps.
on.
This is a topic I've gotten to really heated debates over. I think up until recently they fucked up Scooby Doo, but a lot of people I've talked to were like, "Oh, what's new Scooby Doo ruined Scooby Doo," and I'm like, "No, that just made it better." And then I don't know if y'all are familiar with the Mystery Incorporated show. That is so fucking good, dude. And everyone's like, it doesn't stick to the core values of Scooby Doo. I'm like, shut the fuck up. It literally takes our characters. I don't really care if it's canon or not. That's canon to me. This is my timeline. What's new Scooby Doo going into? I go from the OG Scooby Doo to What's New Scooby Doo to the Mystery Incorporated, and then I cut it at that. Those are my focus because I remember
Mystery Inc. was 2010, right?
Oh, I think it's a bit later than that.
What's New Scooby Doo was the best Scooby Doo of ever.
It was almost, it's like one of the weird cases where quantity was always quality, somehow. Obviously,
I'm gonna be honest,
honestly,
though, I kind of like the 60s version.
Oh,
but then
I
again,
do too. And the 60s version going into What's New Scooby Doo is a good step up because it gives a little bit more character depth, and it makes it a little bit more adapted to the times. But then they take it from from What's New Scooby Doo to Mystery Incorporated, where they actually make shit so realistic, and people are like, it's supposed to be a dumb mystery show, and it's like, you can only run through so many doors and yoink some sheets off of ghosts so many times, you gotta have more layers to that shit, and to have I don't know if overbearing is the right word, but to have something that is there's a bigger picture is the best way I can put it, is you have these small mysteries and they're all intertwined, which in the old ones they might in What's New Scooby Doo they might reference oh, remember Old Man Jenkins that one time, but in the 60s I don't know that there was maybe one or two times where they ever referenced any other episode, so nothing really mattered, nothing was permanent in the the 60s, and
it was episodic.
Scooby-Doo was
that's what it was. I was thinking of the word. It's episodic, yeah.
Yeah, What's New Scooby-Doo is pretty good as well, but I don't think it's anywhere as near as good as like Mystery Incorporated, just because they added like deeper relationships. They gave the characters like feelings. Like before, it would always be like, all right, Daphne and I and Velma, we're gonna go split up, and Shag and Scoob, you're gonna go fuck yourself. And then they're like, okay, I hope you don't see any ghosts. And then they would just go eat or whatever, and then something bad would happen. But in like Mystery Incorporated, they would like, damn, man, why are we always separated? Like, do we suck? And it's like, I guess I get that it's a kid show, and like maybe a lot of kids are not gonna understand it, which I feel like that's why it got canned. But also, I feel like it really resonated with me extra because I grew up, So I think
Yeah.
it's a lot. Obviously, it doesn't need to be deep because at the end of the day, it's a stupid fucking mystery solving show about a talking
Yeah.
dog. But like, there's moments in that show where I really felt like, damn, this is really nice. And there's moments where it's like so fucking funny. Like, I want to rewatch the series, and I've been looking for this clip because I think it's so fucking funny. But there was like I want to it's a little foggy because it's been about 8 or so years. But there's an episode where they have this guy, like the Dreamweaver, who like people would like do crazy shit in their dreams, and then they wake up, and then they're like cars like driven off a cliff or something like that. But there's one, I don't remember what the context was, but the gang shows up to this guy's house and it fucking explodes. And they're like, what happened? And he's like, I don't know. I just woke up. I'm in my pajamas on the grass with a canister of napalm, and I lost my shit as a kid. It's so funny. It's so funny. And I've been trying. I literally look up. I woke up on my lawn with a canister of napalm on YouTube, and I can't find it. So I think it's a good excuse to watch through the entire however many seasons just to find that clip.
That is.
I have a controversial opinion about something though.
What?
The Scooby-Doo from 2002 and 2004, the two movies,
Those are
the
fucking
live action movies.
are fire.
I love them.
They're out.
People
Yeah.
shit on
How
them.
is that controversial? Literally
Yeah, how
everyone
it-
on the planet fucking agrees.
No, honestly, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people who fucking hate these movies. I'm not sure
How?
why,
Wait,
but
what?
I
How?
find I don't know. A lot of people hate it
That's so
because
dumb.
like
Okay, that was
of like
okay,
it's
just
really
heard
predictable
fucking
jokes and
gun
stuff like that.
cock.
What are
like-
you talking about?
I swear to God, I just heard like
I
a
was
Dude, if
making
that's-
a bit and y'all passed over it.
No,
If that was-
but, like, it's such a good like movie. They're good movies. They're good
yeah,
movies.
no, those are really good.
Yeah, we
The-
all
the
agree,
chase
but like
scene,
I don't
the
know.
chase scene in the second movie was
The
really
ride.
fucking good.
I
have no
honestly
fucking
like
clue what you're
the
talking
roller
about.
coasters and stuff like that. That shit was kind of cool. I
Yeah.
still remember what they looked like in my head.
Yeah. Wait, Alec.
Okay, bye, Trent.
Goddamn. You don't know the chase scene? It was when was it Velma? I want to say it was Velma. She was getting chased by the eyeball guys through the mines, through the mine shafts.
I guess I just don't remember it. Like
I'll
I-
show you after. I'll show you after.
I want to just say like I watched the first one like quite recently, but the second one it's been like a few years.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the second one. Also, the live action movies, I don't see them as part of the timeline, but I also see them as like valid. Like,
They're on separate timeline.
yeah, it's like yay or nay, like
Almost like Primus and Ultimus with Black Ops Zombies.
that makes no fucking sense to me. I was poor and
What
I couldn't
does that?
afford.
What?
Yeah, I remember there when I
Okay.
was really little. There was, I think it might have been the '60s version. There was a Batman and Scooby Doo crossover, and there's a scene where Joker's
Oh,
looking out of the
yeah.
window, and that made me cry as a kid.
You know, just so you
actually
get
made
the
me cry.
the better idea. Just so you get the better idea instead of saying Primus and Ultimus. You know the crew that was in Origins and Black Ops 3?
I
That's
don't know
Primus.
anything about Call of Duty, Trey. I'm gonna be real with you.
Bro, do you
I
not know
never played Call
Richtofen?
of Duty as a kid. Yeah, that's the German guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know the one that has the funny mustache?
Oh my god, you guys are nerds, and let's discuss this off the podcast.
Okay,
Ew, I don't
man.
like that it's called a podcast, even though it is.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
I prefer the term group.
Group.
Group
Dude, okay,
conversation.
speaking of group, I don't know what the fuck was going on yesterday, if it was with the old friend group or whatever, but I get a notification on my calendar that says group piss at 6 p.m.
What?
I don't know, I guess we were supposed to have a group piss yesterday at 6 p.m.
What the fuck?
I don't
That just-
remember setting that, or when I said that, or why I said that, but I did, and there was supposed to be a group piss at 6 p.m. on November 17th, 2022, and I didn't attend because it's fucking weird.
What in the Bodiggle server?
No, on my phone.
And you
Oh, on
just
your
put that alarm
phone.
and just forgot about it completely.
Yeah, it's like where I put my doctor's appointments.
What?
It's like, oh, you have a chiropractor appointment at 4. Send an
And then
email
after that,
at
you need
5,
a
and then group piss
group
at
piss.
6. Like, why? Like, I understand that's funny, but why did I take it that seriously?
Group piss at 6 p.m. after I go to my job.
What would happen if everybody pissed at the same time in the whole world?
That's
Could we
The
hear it
world-
from around the world?
No, that's just not how it works.
Would we just hear
We would make a new ocean.
the yellow sea?
The Yellow
Oh my
Sea.
fucking god.
The Yellow Sea would have slight parts that are red
Bro,
and
you
other
best
parts
believe
that would
I'm
be
swimming
slightly
in that.
white.
You best believe I'm swimming in that.
Bro, people who have piss fetishes, that they got the dream right there.
The piss sea.
Piss sea.
Bro, it would literally kill all of the fish.
Good. That's one less loose end.
One less loose end. That's just piss fish.
Every time you swim
Piss
in the ocean,
fish,
it's just you're just swimming in a bunch of piss and shit. You know that?
It wouldn't be
Piss
shit,
and
just
shit
piss.
ocean.
Piss and shit ocean? That's just the entire world then.
No,
Yeah.
it's California. Piss and shit land. Okay, one more question before we end. Didn't mean to bump my mic. If you could make, I've discussed this with some of my former coworkers. If you could make an amusement park, what would you call it?
Cock and ball land.
Hold on.
Mine's Corned Beef City.
I would probably name mine the Whispering Oaks Amusement Park.
Is that?
Oh
is
my
that
God,
real?
Alex.
Is that an Oklahoma-based?
No,
park?
it's the one from Left 4 Dead.
What's that one ride you shit yourself in Busch Gardens?
What?
Rebolton.
Rebolton.
What?
Rebolton 2.
Rebolton 2. That's mine.
Rebolton 2 exclusively at Corned Beef City.
Corn. Yeah. Alright.
I'm naming mine. Meth enjoyers land.
Meth.
Meth.
Yeah.
MEF.
Methamphetamine land.
Wait. Meth and
Meth
feta.
land. Meth.
Methamphetamine.
All
Meth
right.
land.
I think it was probably a good time to wind down, considering there's Among Us fucking in the group chat now. So, with that being said, this was a good, enjoyable conversation.
A little bit short, but it was alright.
I don't.
Yeah.
I've lost my appetite for a Baja Blast now.
Why?
And yeah, Alex, any last words?
I stuck my dick in a Baja Blast once.